Here they are, the 9 victorious candidates of the historic 1946 general election. The first ever to be held in Trinidad and Tobago under universal adult suffrage. With income and property barriers removed, everyone had the right to vote, as long as they were 21 years and over. And these were the candidates elected. Albert Gomes for North Port of Spain, Patrick Solomon for South Port of Spain, Roy Joseph for San Fernando, Chanka Maraj for St. George, Clarence Abid for Caroni, Ranjit Kumar for Victoria, Timothy Rudall for St. Patrick, Victor Bryan for the Eastern Counties, and Alfonso Filbert Theophilus James, the lone member for Tobago. From the vantage point of 2016, however, the complete absence of women is striking.
In the 1920s, there was a whole debate about giving women the right to vote at all.
In 1946, this electoral act of gender discrimination was consistent with the colonial attitude to women in politics. And it had been so from the moment of the first election, in 1925. Trinidad and Tobago's first foray into election was defined more by the number of people who were not allowed to vote than by the number who were allowed to vote. Over 90% of the population did not meet the high property and income criteria for voting. And for those who did meet them, the standard for men and women were unequal.
If you were a woman over 30 who in your own right, not through a husband, but in your own right possessed a certain amount of property or were a ratepayer, which generally amounted to the same thing, or were in receipt of an income, a salary above a certain level, you could vote.
Given the social conditions of the day, very few women among the propertied and high-income classes could make such claims in their own name. Among the working class, however, where the vote was denied to all, there were groups of women who were highly politicized.
There were movements taking place of both the middle class, more educated women, as well as the working class women. They spoke about the need to have the vote. They spoke about expanding the franchise. They spoke about the fact that there was no scholarship for girls at the time.
In 1950, 5 years after women won the right to vote on equal terms with men, the Constitution was reformed to grant them the right to offer themselves as candidates for election. It would be another 11 years, however, before Isabel Tichet would make history as the first woman to be elected to the House of Representatives.